Welcome to the third episode of the NumbNuts podcast. I am here with Aydin, the third and final co-host. How are you?
Good, how are you?
That's good. I'm good too. Are you a little nervous?
No.
It's been like 2 years since we've done a podcast.
Has it?
It has been 2 years, yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Doesn't feel like it.
Time flies, yeah, exactly. I'm Oz, your main host, as you know, or as you should know. Unless you're a weird person and you've started this podcast instead of from episode 1, from episode 3, which I'm not judging.
Right. Insult your viewership.
But no, look, I'm your main host, Oz, and across from me is Aydin. He's one of our out of 3 co-hosts.
Yeah.
Last 2 weeks I've interviewed Kez and Mirza, and Aydin is the last one. Next week I'm very excited. I'm very excited for this episode, but I'm very excited for next week to get everyone together and just have our personalities clash. So
I'm looking forward to it.
So we're doing the exact same thing we did. These guys already know. Last 2 episodes. Do you remember what we were doing? What the plan was?
No, I totally forgot.
I figured so. So I'll explain it again. So I have 40 questions.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, don't panic. I'm not going to ask you all 40, but they're all randomized.
Right.
I'll ask you about 15 to 20.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually how much we got through with the other boys. And yeah, essentially I'll just ask you, they're all randomized, so you could get the exact same questions that Kez got or Mirza got. You could get completely fresh ones. I still have some fresh ones in there. So yeah, last episode that we did, Kez got some questions that Mirza also got. But as you guys saw, he got some new ones as well. So let's begin. Before I start my own questions, actually, I had this idea during Mirza's when I was filming Mirza's podcast, and I actually implemented it. So Mirza, let me put this on silent, very unprofessional of me. Mirza actually asked a question at the end of his episode for Kez, for me to ask him. So I told him, what question would you like me to ask Kez on your behalf? Mm-hmm. Obviously, following the theme, Kez also, at the end of the episode, had a question for you. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to start off with that one. This is not part of the random questions.
Oh man, I can't have a question that I can ask someone now. Why'd you do me last?
Well, I was thinking actually maybe I could ask you at the end of this a question for Mirza, because I mean we are going to be all together next time, but I could ask him because you didn't get a turn. So I think we will implement that because I don't want you to feel left out.
All right, cool.
I asked Kez for one question, but he decided to give me 3 or 4. He kept elaborating on it. So, look, Kez, this is what I wrote down, so this is what you get. I hope you're happy with it. But Kez's question for you was, what are your future plans? What do you want to pursue? What is your dream? So, you don't have to answer all of them, just whatever immediately comes to mind, I guess, because, like I said, he asked me 3 when I told him 1. I'll spank him next time I want, but yeah.
I'm not entirely sure. This is probably the worst question I could have been asked because I don't know the answer myself. Right now, I think I just want to continue doing my online article writing.
Yeah.
If that doesn't work out, I'd go back to security or do a bachelor in either business or IT.
Okay.
And then see where that takes me.
Ready for my list of questions?
Yeah.
Okay. First question. If you had a superpower, what superpower would you have?
Oh my god, I love this question because everyone gets it wrong.
Okay.
I'm joking. Everyone doesn't get it wrong, but this is just my opinion.
Uh-huh.
Have you watched the movie Chronicles?
No.
Or Chronicle?
I have not.
You haven't? All right. Well,
I've heard good things about it.
Okay, yeah. It's really good. A lot of people don't like it, but it's really good.
Okay.
It's telekinesis. That movie shows realistically what would happen if teenagers got superpowers.
Okay.
Right? But the way they did it just made me love that power, made me want to have it. Because obviously they just did dumb stuff with it at the start, yeah? Mm-hmm. Because why wouldn't you? You know, it's a new power. You know which one telekinesis is, yeah?
Yeah, when you could control things with your mind and
So obviously, like at the start, they started messing with people, like going to the shops and making things levitate, like making a teddy bear levitate in front of a kid. Like, wouldn't you love to do that?
Yeah.
Just mess with people.
Was that a movie or a TV series?
It was a movie.
Oh, okay. Why do I feel like I remember it as a TV series? Or it sounds like it'd make a good TV series.
It would, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
But then, like, eventually at the end... Wait, no, that's spoilers. Don't worry.
Okay.
Nothing happened at the end. Yeah, but yeah, that's my answer.
Okay. Telekinesis. So what's the kind of to elaborate on that? What's like like you found out you have telekinesis. What's the first thing you're doing?
Trying to train it so I can make.
You've already trained it. You can do whatever you want. What are you doing? Fly. Okay.
Yeah, obviously.
Another point I want to make is isn't it Dr. Lex Luthor who was the paralyzed? He didn't have he couldn't, obviously he was in a wheelchair, right? But he had telekinesis.
No. Lex Luthor's the bad guy in the DC universe. Wait, you're talking about the
I'm
guy
talking about
from
X-Men. Yeah.
That was
That's not Lex Luthor?
No.
Okay.
Professor Xavier.
Oh, okay. Why did I think it was Lex Luthor? So weird. Yeah, why couldn't there's always that debate, why can't he, since he has telekinesis, just stand up?
Because it'll take too much of a toll on his power. You'd always have to be focusing on it.
So it's just no point, there's no point of him wasting all his energy on that, just stay in the wheelchair, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, was that his power? I don't even remember.
Yeah, it was telekinesis, right? He could control things with his mind. Because
oh my god, I haven't watched X-Men that long.
Because the villain of that story was Magneto, which was So there was definitely, I know 100% that there was someone there that had mind controlling powers, telekinesis, and that was
Magneto's power is just wish.com telekinesis.
Yeah.
I can move stuff with my mind, but it has to be metal.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Yeah. All right, next question. What is one thing you wish could exist but doesn't at the moment?
Telekinesis.
Apart from that, I'm gonna make you use your brain today. I'm gonna suck up all his brain cells today.
Oh, I actually know the answer. This is another thing that I've talked about before.
Yeah.
A replacement for computer monitors in the form of very slimline glasses.
Okay.
So think of a regular pair of glasses like the one you're wearing right now. Yeah. Very slim, but it's all the technology is built into the frame and the lenses or whatever. Yeah. It connects wirelessly to either your phone, your tablet, your laptop, or your computer, your game console. And that's your screen. So it's not like VR where it has two screens right in front of you. It's still see-through, but it displays. It's like augmented reality, right? So it puts screens in front of you, but in a way that looks real and natural. Yeah. And fits into this small form factor.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's been done, but only on these giant bulky headsets. You know?
I've seen it as well,
and it's not seamless either. It looks jarring. When you're viewing it, you know.
Yeah. I remember seeing some videos of a guy. I don't know what it looks like, but I've seen videos of inside when he's inside it, where he's literally doing dishes and he can move YouTube around in the air and
exactly
stuff.
Like that. But he's using the Oculus Quest, which is just this giant VR headset. Plus, he's not actually seeing things from his own perspective. He's seeing things through a camera. It's a pass through. You know what I mean? Okay. It's like seeing things through a camera lens.
Yeah.
So that would be jarring. Yeah. That's what I mean. No jarring.
Jarring in the sense of motion sickness and stuff like that. Yeah.
Because it's not your actual perspective. It's the perspective of a camera.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Of course. I mean, it's crazy. Now we can sit here and say have something as thin as our glasses do all of these things. Yeah. And it might, to some of you at home, maybe, it might seem ridiculous, but if you really think about it,
probably not.
iPhones. I mean, if you told anyone back in the day that we're going to have a device this small that fits in our pocket, that you could just literally go on the internet, have a calculator, flashlight, all these features, they'd laugh, they'd call you, they'd probably put you in a mental asylum. Genuinely, they would. They'd be like, this guy's nuts. So, yeah, honestly, I don't think that we're that far off from it. So
I'm hoping another 10 years.
Yeah. I mean, they have, I think the only thing close to that when it comes to glasses, obviously apart from the Oculus Rift, is they've been able to fit some cameras into the Ray-Bans and stuff, but obviously people are kind of...
Those are mad gimmicks.
Yeah, people are... is it just for branding, just to kind of increase the company?
I don't think it's actually very useful. It's not as good as your phone's camera.
Yeah.
I don't think it's I don't think it's very useful. The only one that I've seen that was kind of good was the Snapchat spectacles. But even those were just mid. You know, like the camera quality wasn't that good. It didn't have a long battery life. You could only use it for like a minute or something. Yeah. You couldn't actually record properly with it. And also, the bad part about that was it was a huge privacy concern. That was why I think that was the main struggles of Google Glass.
Oh yeah,
because there wasn't a proper indicator of that someone was recording. You know,
like
if you're recording someone with your camera, you can tell there's a camera pointed at you.
Yeah.
If you're recording someone with your phone, it's very easy to tell. Like, I'm recording you.
Yeah.
You know, but if you're recording someone on the glass, all you're doing is looking in their general direction.
Yeah.
You know, there's a light, but you can cover that.
Yeah. It's, yeah, that is interesting. It's also, you know how like usually people also use sunglasses at the same time to hide where they're looking as well. Like you can kind of hide your own eyes and shade it from whatever you're doing. So you could look here, or it looks like you're looking here, but you're looking here. So it's like, I don't know why I kind of related to that, but it's kind of on the same wavelength, if that makes sense. Yeah.
A camera, a camera can have a super high have a super wide field of view. You could be looking over here, but in reality, the camera can see that way.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And if it has a super high resolution, then just zoom in.
Yeah. You know? Yeah, it's crazy. And one more thing I want to mention about this whole like camera talk and technology. Did you see that there was a video that I saw recently? I don't know if you saw it, where they were trying to design. It was the video started off like this. Someone's finger like this, and they said, "Oh, can you spot the camera?" And then it essentially zooms in, and there's like a camera. But they're saying that they were trying to create a camera that small, to the point where it's essentially for surgeries. So what they want to do is they want to essentially have a camera so small but good enough quality that they can put it into a needle, inject it into your blood vessel veins, and pretty much just see if there's any blockage and stuff without the need of surgery.
What?
Yeah.
Wait.
But I don't think that's not around. I'm pretty sure that's not around yet, but no. I've heard that they're obviously working towards that.
They're working on that. That's crazy.
That was very interesting.
Just first thing that pops in my head. How are they going to get it out? Does it just stay in your bloodstream?
Yeah, I think yeah, the video didn't touch on that, to be honest. And I'm not qualified enough to answer that question, so yeah. Okay. Can you name all the planets in our solar system in order from the closest to the sun to the furthest?
No.
Next question.
Next question.
No. What makes you want to do a podcast?
It's just fun.
Yeah.
It's just fun to talk to your mates and just have a good time.
Yeah.
Talk about random stuff.
Yeah. It's kind of like one of those things where it's like, if you got the opportunity to do something, you want to do it. Yeah. Like something like this, I think it's a good opportunity and just fun.
And it's even better since you're doing all the setup, so you know.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Guys, just a fair warning. I'm sure it's happened before in previous podcasts, but I have this really, I don't know if you have this. I have this weird habit where every time we talk about things, I always have random scenarios pop up in my mind. So just now, when I asked this question, I had to contain myself not to laugh because I asked you what makes you want to do this podcast. And I just imagine the scene where you just go, actually, nah, and then just leave. So I was really trying hard not to chuckle and really listen to you because I was just like imagining this scene where you're just like, actually, why am I here? Just leave. And I'm just sat here like, okay. So, yeah. I'm just spitballing.
Oh, I should have done that.
That would have been funny, yeah. I don't know. I have this, I don't know. Do you do that? Do you like just randomly come up with bits, like scenes? Yeah. That's funny. If you had to live in a video game, which video game would you live in for the rest of your life?
Yeah, I don't know.
Let me ask you this. What's like your main game right now? What are you playing?
New World.
New World still? Would you live in New
No
World?
way.
No way.
That
Okay.
sounds terrible.
What other games then? How about Trackmania? Yeah, how about like Trackmania or something?
No, that's just
Boring.
for the rest of my life driving a car on a random track. That just sounds terrible.
Forza?
Same thing.
So you'd want a game with like a lot to do, so you don't run out of things and get bored.
Probably not GTA because that's just constantly dying or killing people.
I mean, Minecraft. Kez had this question, and I brought that up, so I feel like I should give you that option here too. What about Minecraft?
Nah, that just sounds terrible. Like maybe, but I guess life would be simple if I were in Minecraft.
You get bored of Minecraft too easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have absolutely no idea. No.
No idea?
I don't think I can answer the question. I don't think I would want to live in any video game. That just sounds like a bad time.
Fair enough. Yeah. Alright. What would you want in order for you to have felt you've completed life?
Damn, that's a deep question.
It is. I've got some deep ones. I've got some obviously silly ones.
Probably to have gotten married, to have had children, and to have had the privilege to spoil my grandchildren.
Okay, fair enough. Awesome. What is one thing you would change about your daily routine?
How easy it is for me to get out of bed. I want it to be a lot easier. It's so hard for me to get out of bed.
How long does it usually take you?
Like half an hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah. What do you find?
I just want it to be easier to wake me up first of all. Like I'm a super deep sleeper. Like it's good sometimes, but most of the time it's bad. I want to be I want to be able to wake up as soon as my alarm goes off. That's the one thing I would love.
I feel like all of us have this problem where like unless you've got like you have somewhere to go, you're really like, let's say for instance when I have my off days, if I like say to myself I only need 7 hours of sleep, so I'll set my alarm for, I don't know, let's say 7 a.m. like I sleep at 12 or something. I just find it so hard to like get up, look at my alarm clock, and it's just hard to get up. Like, because you know you have nothing to do. Like, you don't have any appointments, you don't have work, this and that. So, you just, like, it's way easier to just put it on snooze and just be like, nah, I changed my mind. Like, I don't... I made that decision yesterday, but I'm not happy with myself with that decision today. I just want to stay in bed. So, yeah, I feel like a lot of people struggle with that as well. And, like, it's not even, like, sometimes... you want to even go back to sleep, you just want to like, you can't be bothered getting up, so you just grab your phone and you just scroll on it for like an hour or so. But yeah, I would honestly, well, actually I can't answer these questions until the 4th episode, where you guys ask me, so. But let me just say this, I think that's a good answer. I think that's a very solid answer. Because I feel like a lot of us need to improve that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with the phone like right next to it. What do you think about the fact that because you leave your phone, I assume, on a nightstand next to your bed?
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Do you ever feel like, I'm doing like a bad thing? Because people always are concerned about the health risk of having a charged phone next to your like head.
I do, but like I use it as an alarm clock.
Yeah, so, that's the problem, isn't it?
Like I maybe I should just get a different, like a proper alarm clock, like a loud one.
Yeah.
Maybe even one of those ones that vibrates your bed, like you put it underneath your mattress.
They do that?
Yeah.
I knew that they give special beds to people who are like, for instance, deaf. It's like a whole, like, it's a special bed that shakes.
Yeah.
But I didn't know you could buy a device that attaches to the bed.
Yeah, you just put it underneath your mattress and it vibrates heavily.
Oh, wow.
And it vibrates through your mattress, yeah. Maybe I should just get one of those and a loud alarm. Just put my phone on the other side of the room.
It's tough being a deep sleeper as well. Yeah.
It is terrible.
But it would, yeah.
I slept through like 2 earthquakes. I slept through, oh my God. apparently there was this thing that happened when I was like 12 years old. In the neighborhood, there's one of our neighbors. At the time, he was like 25 or something. He was working on his car. He had I think like a V8 Ford Falcon, right? He was working on his car with his mate in the middle of the night at like 3 a.m. They took off the exhaust and they decided, you know what, let's give it one rev. It woke up the entire neighborhood.
Oh,
I still didn't wake up. And they're my next door neighbors. And I think, okay, no, I'm probably just pulling this out of my bum, but I was going to say maybe the window was open. No, probably not. But their garage is directly next to my window. So it would have been loud.
Yeah.
And I didn't wake up. Didn't have any disturbance in my sleep at all. So
So have you always been a deep sleeper, like all your life?
Yeah.
Fair enough. The whole earthquake thing. So as soon as you said like something happened, this is not related to like deep sleep, but I thought I'd mention it because we were talking about earthquakes. I don't know if I ever told you this story, but it's kind of funny. Back when I used to live in Turkey, when I was a little kid, I had my anneanne, so my mum's mum, who was visiting us, and my auntie in Turkey. They were here for a holiday. And essentially, long story short, we had an earthquake in the building, but my anneanne didn't realize it was an earthquake because I would do this thing when I was young where I would shake things, I guess, or in the middle of the night shake like the bed or something. So she, in her half sleep state, she was like, "Özgür, stop shaking the bed, go to sleep." And then again she felt it. She's like, "Özgür, go to bed. What are you doing?" And then the third time she's like, "Özgür." And then she looks up. I'm nowhere to be found. She goes in the room. I'm deep asleep. It was an earthquake. I spoiled the story a bit earlier, but it was an earthquake, essentially, God. And that was when we used to live in an apartment as well. So back in Turkey, we didn't have houses, apartments all the time. So yeah, that's
amazing.
Yeah. Have I ever told you that one?
No, you haven't.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. What would your dream house be? Location? Would you want 2-story, 1-story, 3-story, 5-story, rocket ship?
Gotta think about this for a sec.
Yeah, think about it.
It's not something that I've ever thought about. Okay. So it's still in Australia.
Yeah.
Not too far from this area, actually. I would love for it to be a little bit more in the countryside. So it's like quiet, but not close to the airport. But big piece of land where I can just do whatever I want. At least somewhat of a decent house, but not one that's so big that I'm just walking around the entire thing, like from one end to the other just to go to the toilet, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's somewhat cozy, but also a lot of space. You know what I mean? And what else?
So I was gonna ask you like, or would you, because you said you wanted to be around here. I was gonna ask you, but you've already answered it, like countryside, suburb. But I guess that you want like something that's suburb, but almost like on the outside, so it's like close to the country as well.
Exactly. So there's a lot of land that I can have that I can work with, but not in a suburban area where it's compact. You know what I mean?
And what about like, because is it fine if I tell the viewers like that you live in a 3-story?
It's not a 3-story, it's a double story.
Yeah,
it's
double
a double story
actually.
that's built on a hill,
yeah.
So it's got like a half a story at the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah. So would you like living in a double story house, do you want a double story house, or are you kind of like, I'm sick of these stairs, man, I want a 1-story house?
I don't care about the stairs.
Okay. Yeah. Because I know, for instance, my auntie, she moved from a double-story house to a 1-story house because of that. She's like, I can't do stairs. She loves them, but she's like, just kind of sick of the stairs. So
yeah, that doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah, fair enough. So you don't really care if it's 2-story, 3-story, 1-story. No. Yeah, fair enough. And you've already touched on the location.
Yeah.
Is there like a specific feature that you'd want from like your dream house?
Multiple car garage.
Yeah, fair enough. I knew you'd say that. I knew it. Okay. If you could be any animal in the world, what would you be and why?
Again, something that I've never thought about.
I feel like I'm giving you all the tough questions.
Yeah, no, it's just you're just giving me stuff that I've never thought about before. So
Yeah.
I don't have something even somewhat ready.
Yeah. That's okay.
Probably either a cat or a dog.
Okay.
Because they're domesticated.
Mm.
You know? I wouldn't want to live out in the wild.
Mm.
So,
Okay.
yeah, that's probably the reason, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. You'd have to get pretty lucky as well. Because I feel like if you were to be a dog, I feel like, unfortunately, not to put it in a sad perspective, but I feel like some dog owners get it and then they kind of just leave it in the backyard, never take it for a walk, never pay attention to it.
Yeah.
And then with cats as well, majority of cats, they just let them go outside and poor things get run over or something happens, probably like covered in fleas.
You got me second guessing my answer. Maybe a penguin.
Penguin it is then. Why a penguin?
I don't know.
You had no other choices.
I don't know. It looks like they're having fun in Happy Feet.
I'm gonna ruin your mood right now by telling you how terrifying it would be if you're a penguin and you see a seal coming towards you.
Oh.
Or a killer whale.
Alright, I'm changing my answer.
Or
again.
a polar bear.
Alright, I'm changing my answer again.
Yep.
A killer whale. I don't know.
A killer whale. A killer whale, actually.
No,
that's a good shout, though.
You just spend your whole time.
They have fun
around the ocean.
They have fun.
I want to be a clownfish now.
Trust me, I've seen a movie. You do not want to be a clownfish. You have not watched this movie if you want to be a clownfish. Oh, sorry, guys. The video cut out. Oh,
when did it cut out?
I keep looking at it, so it shouldn't be too long. There we go. That's another thing I've got to solve as well. I had a look at the camera settings today, but I couldn't find anything. But I'll do some deeper digging to avoid that. Actually, it'll be a lot easier because we'll have, when we have 4 people, we'll have 2 cameras on each side. So it'll be, you won't have to deal with these cuts in between. So
there'll be a backup.
Yeah, there'll be a backup. Yeah. What were we talking about? Killer whales?
Right.
Yeah, they have fun.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. Have you not seen like what they do to seals and stuff? You know, stuff. Yeah. They're vicious, man. I used to like killer whales when I was a kid, and then I always thought to myself, why are they called killer whales? They're so like adorable. And then I found out what they do. Like, and they don't even eat what they like. They just play with like whatever they kill. And they don't even kill for food, they kill for fun.
Lion.
It's pretty
Lion
good.
King.
Lion King.
If the reality is anything similar to that, then probably lion.
You probably want to be the son, not the.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, you don't want to be Mufasa.
Yeah,
because he dies.
Yeah, I mean, like,
spoilers. Sorry, spoilers.
I think being alone would be great, bro. Like you live your life until you're like a little kid, and then your dad dies, and that's how every lion's life is. Yeah, you know they meet a little lemur and a pig, a boar, and become friends with them. Every lion has.
Sounds very specific. I feel like I know this story from somewhere. Aydin, what's a theory you believe in?
The Pixar theory?
Oh, yes. You know, I've been teasing, every time we do these videos, I've been teasing videos that are coming up. Like I've said, like Urban Legends, SCP, all that. But this is another tease. We're definitely doing a Pixar timeline theory episode. Yeah, and I'm very, like, that's one of the episodes that I really want to do as well. So it'll be coming out soon. So another reason to subscribe and hit the bell.
Yep.
I did it. That's the first time I said that. That's the first time I said that. That's a good answer. Thank you. Thank you for the plug. Yeah. You're on death row for pouring the milk in first before the cereal. What is your last meal?
I thought you were going to say, do you deserve it? What? Why?
I don't know. Just wanted to give the question a bit more depth, you know? Yeah.
What's my last meal? Okay. So that's the question. What's my last meal if I was on death row?
Yeah. If it helps, Kez said that his last meal would be cereal with the milk poured first. So he said he's on death row for it and he's gonna do it. He said, I'm gonna go out like a menace. I like that answer. So.
It's a good answer.
Yeah,
it's a good answer.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And he said he's gonna make the guards pour it so they die as well. He went a bit dark.
Okay.
Kez, I booked you a psychologist, mate.
Mine's gonna be cereal, but the cereal and the milk are in separate bowls.
Okay, you need a psychologist too. What are you on about? That's more psychopathic than what Kez said. What are you gonna do? You gonna film a commercial? What are you,
No, just have 2 spoons.
You know what? I called you crazy, but that's not a bad shout. That's not bad.
So then the cereal always stays dry, doesn't get soggy.
You're a genius. You're a genius. You just invented it. If you could be... Perfect. If you could be the inventor of anything that was made, what would you be the inventor of?
The milk and cereal thing.
I feel like we've milked that too much now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate you. Windows.
Windows?
Yes.
Windows like the PC software Windows.
Because isn't Bill Gates like one of the richest people in the world right now?
Fair point. Yeah. Fair point.
Yeah.
Alright. What's your dream cars?
Oh, there's so many.
So, I'm going to follow the same rules I gave Kez because he had this exact same question last time. I gave him 6.
6?
6 cars.
Okay.
So you got a 6-car garage, filling them up. Unlimited money, dream cars, mate.
Oh my god. This is going to take me a while to decide. This is a good question. Especially for us. Skyline 34.
GTR, yeah, of course.
V-Spec No.
And
2.
of course, like last episode, I'll put them up here as well.
Right, so
what was the second one?
So Skyline. I was saying Skyline V-Spec No. 2.
Yep.
McLaren P1.
McLaren P1, yeah.
Mark IV Toyota Supra.
I knew out of everyone, Aydin would take this question the most seriously. Because Kez said his one last time, of course, like I said, and he's like, I'm not going to be proud of this when I watch it back. He didn't like his last option.
Okay.
But he changed it later to Rhino, so.
Okay.
You'll see when you watch it. Yeah.
Okay. FD RX-7 Spirit R.
So that's your 4th one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've got 2 more. You can look behind you for inspiration.
What's behind? Oh.
There's Hot Wheels behind them, by the way. I can't wait for when the cameras are pointed these ways so that you guys can actually see like the... Because I remember editing the last podcast and the background looks so bland. Obviously now you can see we've got the curtain, we've got the couch, we've got a couple more stuff here. So I can't wait for you guys to see like the other stuff that's on the side here that you guys can't really see. We've had these since the beginning. Got a whole wall of Hot Wheels here. A whole line of Hot Wheels up there. It's just you guys can't see them unfortunately, but hopefully next episode. So what do we see up there? We've got some Mustangs, we've got a Ford GT, we've got a Porsche 911, we've got a Silvia for a nice body kit, 300ZX. If I look up there, we've got another Porsche. I mean, we've got a S2000. But I guess when you have unlimited money, S2000. Yeah. I know Aydin would love an S2000 right now.
Oh, yeah, I would.
Yeah. You know what can help? Obviously, I don't want to influence the way you answer the question, which is why I've kind of been holding back. But
I think
if you want, you can.
Remind me, because I don't think you would influence my answer. You might just remind me of a car that I forgot about. I'm
not going to remind you of a car, but I'm going to get you to think a bit differently. You can think in a way of, like a daily car, off-roader car, supercar, hypercar, that sort of sense. Like maybe look into that.
Oh, Dream Daily.
Exactly.
That's not about it. Yeah. Okay, Dream Daily is definitely a G-Wagon.
Okay. I wouldn't have expected that. You know that? Yeah. But G-Wagons are very, very sexy cars. I love them.
But the Brabus one.
Oh, their logo as well.
Yeah. Actually, I haven't picked the classic car.
I've got like
Probably
yeah.
Has to be a Ford Mustang Boss 302.
Okay, this is perfect. I love this question. Everyone has gotten this question, and I'm very, very interested in what your answer would be to this. Okay. If all 5 of your fingers could, from today, produce any liquid from your fingertips whenever you willed, what 5 liquids would you choose?
Water.
So you want water to come out from your thumb? Because you're choosing which finger as well. So think strategically as well. Where do you want water to come out from? You want it to come out from
What do you mean strategically? What would it matter?
I don't know, just what your personal preference is. Like, if you want, you can have water like this and suck on your thumb, I guess.
Yeah, that's mega.
All right.
Yeah, water on the thumb. Wait, does it matter hand-wise?
Nah, it doesn't. Whatever hand you want, I don't care. Yeah.
Left hand.
Yeah.
Water.
Yeah.
On the thumb. And I'm just not. The rest doesn't. I don't think it matters. Okay, so water. Wait, did you say beverage or liquid?
Literally any liquid. You could even have
liquid.
Any liquid, yeah.
Petrol.
Nice.
What is a resource that we need that's liquid?
Think. I don't want to give you hints.
Gas?
That's not a liquid, bro. That's gas.
No, but like the liquid form of gas.
What would that be?
Mountain Dew?
Okay.
No.
If
I had an infinite amount of Mountain Dew, I would get diabetes.
Oh, yeah. Alhamdulillah. That's the first sneeze on the podcast. Just timelining everything.
I don't know, bro. It's just water, petrol. What liquid do I need? Or might be worth something? Can I say liquid gold?
Why does everyone want liquid gold? No, you can't have liquid gold.
Alright.
Actually, maybe I should give you liquid gold because it would really infuriate Kez.
Alright. Water, petrol. Petrol's already worth something.
Yeah.
What's a liquid that's worth something?
I mean, oil is worth a lot.
That is a great idea.
And you could always, then you can buy yourself a road. Wait, your dream car is a rotary.
One of my dream cars.
Yeah, so oil, you'll need that. Along with the petrol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know other people that's not like us would have said alcohol, but I wouldn't.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to use these other two.
I mean, alcohol might not be a bad shout because if you think about it, alcohol is really good for sanitary, right? Like it's good for
I don't need a lifetime supply of it.
But imagine if you were to get injured or something.
Also, alcohol's not I guess. So.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
But then I also have an infinite supply of water.
Water's good, but alcohol kills germs. Water doesn't kill germs. But I mean, any liquid. So you could just instead of alcohol, you could say some sort of medicine. I mean, medicine. Yeah, you could.
I don't know what medicine you would need though.
Yeah, I know. Maybe that's a bit too specific.
Yeah.
Well, look, I could give you examples, but then I wouldn't give it to you because then I'd be giving you the answer.
Yeah, then give me the answer. You already gave me all.
Okay. Because if I give you, then you're going to struggle to find even more, I feel like. Whereas if I leave you thinking, you might actually come up with it.
As long as you don't mind waiting.
I don't care.
So water, petrol, oil.
America's going to be after you. Seriously though, if you could produce oil from your fingers, they would capture you in a heartbeat. Milk you.
Blood. I'm serious.
Blood.
What's the blood type that everyone can take?
Oh, the rarest one, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a good shout, actually. You could donate and save so many lives.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a good idea. Oh, I can't believe I didn't think of that. Because, it's funny. Me and Kez will reflect. It's funny. I just finished editing the Kez's podcast, which is going to be released tomorrow. But obviously, you guys are seeing this a week later. But long story short, me and Kez were discussing the podcast we did, and we were discussing this exact question. And he was saying, he said blood. He goes, blood. What are the liquids? Blood. He goes, wait, no, I can already do that. I just cut my finger off. I go, yeah. Nah, but that's actually a really good shout. I never thought about perspective. Really matters. Actually, that's a really That's honestly the best thing I've
got
heard.
2 that I can sell, but then 1 that I can donate.
That's so good. Yeah. It's a really good idea.
Hmm.
And you got one more left, yeah?
Yeah. 1 more left.
So you've just kind of been like doing it like in order, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. So you don't really care which one's which.
No, not really.
Fair enough. Man, I've hit you with some hard questions today, huh?
Yeah.
You know, I said it as a joke before, like, I want to take all his brain cells, but I think I actually genuinely am taking all your brain cells today.
You know, I was worried about what time I was going to get here because I had to do some work when I get home.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to when I get home.
Just the brain cells. I've just stolen all your creative brain cells, yeah.
I don't think I can think of another one. Like, I'd probably just go with something safe. Something that wouldn't impact anyone at all. Like, just say, like, Pepsi Max or something.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it doesn't have to be serious, man. It could just be silly anyway.
But I don't want to say that because that's just a waste. That's just a waste of an option.
But it's hypothetical, bro. Don't stress.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not saying I'm a genie and I'm going to grant you.
I know. But I always take these type of questions seriously, even when I just think about it myself. Like, if I were to hear something like this on TikTok, I'm thinking about that question for the rest of the day.
That's true.
You know?
And you're judging that person for the answers that they give.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Like, if someone said some dumb answer like soy sauce, in my mind, I'm shaming them for that answer.
What about tomato sauce?
No.
Okay. Alright, fair enough. I mean, cooking oil would be useful if you were like a chef or something.
I'm not a chef.
Yeah.
Oh, does jet fuel go in the same category as petrol?
I mean, it's different, so yeah, I would give you that if you want jet fuel.
Because isn't jet fuel worth a lot?
Yeah.
Is it?
I would assume so.
I'm going to take back that answer. Because how am I even going to sell jet fuel? Actually, no. How am I going to sell petrol? No. Anyway. How am I going to sell oil? Me as a person, how am I going to sell oil? I don't even know where to go. Also, how do I explain to people that it comes out of my finger?
You don't. I'm telling you right now, you're taking this seriously, yeah? If you genuinely have that power, you do not tell a soul, mate. I'm telling you, the government will have you in handcuffs and they will experiment on you relentless. You know, did you ever want to see Area 51? You will. You will see it. But you'll never come out to tell the story. I'm just saying. Like, genuinely, I'm not just... think about it, guys. If you genuinely had that power, do you really think the government's going to let you have that power? They're going to milk you. Literally, you're going to be their goat. I don't know what that means. What do they say? Scapegoat? I don't know.
They're going to be their goat. Why not a cow? You like goat milk, don't you? You weird cow. Alright, well, I'm just going to go safe. Pepsi Max.
Pepsi Max. All right, fair enough. Yeah.
I can't think of anything else.
I can't believe you didn't take that seriously, man. Pepsi Max. Come on. In what type of scenario would you be the most nervous in? I thought there was a cat.
Podcast scenario? No, I'm joking. Public speaking.
Yeah, public speaking.
In a live, like, in an auditorium with, like, 1,000 people in front of me.
Have you ever had to do that?
I did it at school.
And it was, like, terrifying, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, fair enough. Is that, like, part of that, like, the reason you give me this answer, that past experience is kind of what fuels that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Never want to do that again. It was terrible.
Really anxiety.
Yeah.
Full of anxiety.
No, I don't think I have anxiety at all.
Yeah.
But
in that moment.
all
those
my
eyes,
God.
All those eyes staring at you, yeah.
Like, there's eyes there, but I can't see them. You know?
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah.
But when there's actual eyes looking directly at me, I'm sitting there like, hello, everyone.
What if, like, we had, like, 10 people in here right now watching us?
Not the same.
That wouldn't make you nervous?
No.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
It would probably change how I act a little bit, but it wouldn't make me too nervous.
Yeah.
Just 10 people.
Fair enough.
If it was 1,000 people, though.
Yeah.
I guess you could say it's the same thing, it's just more.
Yeah. You're thinking more like a auditorium with like levels of chairs.
Yeah.
And you just see everyone like, you know, like almost like surrounding you.
Yeah.
I get that. That's like I'm pretty sure that's like one of the...
There's a phobia for
Yeah,
that.
phobia. That's what I was trying to get at. Yeah. But I don't know what it's called.
It's not a phobia for me. It's just... That'll just make me uncomfortable.
Yeah. Nah, of course. What is on your bucket list? This is a new question. I've actually never asked anyone yet this one.
I have so many things. You want me to give you like top 5?
Whatever you want. You can give me all, you can give me top 10, top 5, whatever. I kind of want these questions to always be interpreted however you guys want. So,
okay.
For instance...
I'll give you like the most important ones. The things that I want to do the most out of everything. I want to drive an R34 around the mountain roads of Japan.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah.
As soon as you said the 34, I'm like, you have to go to Japan with this.
And like I wouldn't put this in a different answer, in the same like wavelength.
Yeah.
I would want to drive some type of slow, underpowered sports car on the mountain road that Initial D was based on. I don't know if it's actually
Fuji.
No, it's called in the anime. It's called Akina Pass.
Okay.
I don't know if it's actually called Akina Pass. I don't know if that mountain is actually called Mount Akina.
Yeah.
But whatever it's called, or if it is called that,
the windy, curvy roads. Yeah. But something that doesn't have too much power. Something good for cruising.
Yeah.
Almost like I guess like an RX-8 or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
You would choose something else, but
maybe an 86, an RX-8.
Yeah. What else is good for that? Like a
Civic, maybe.
S2000?
Yeah, absolutely. S2000.
I'm looking at the wall now. What else we got? I mean, you did say Toyota 86, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either I feel like the 8086 would be good. GT86.
You know what would be good as well for those windy roads and stuff? Bugatti Chiron.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see how many. Yeah.
That's one.
Yeah.
Another thing is skydiving.
Yeah.
Bungee jumping.
Okay.
Eventually. I feel like bungee jumping is scarier than skydiving. I don't know why.
I feel the same way. Okay. Like, I would never go bungee jumping, but you might convince me to go skydiving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Oh. Oh, yeah, that video. Let me tell you something.
That would definitely be you. But for bungee jumping.
Yeah, I can't. I don't think I could do bungee jumping, man. Yeah. I don't trust the cords.
There's like 3.
I don't trust either of them. I don't trust none of them.
Zero gravity plane.
Okay.
So even though it costs so much money, it costs like $10,000 for one of those.
Yeah. Bucket list, don't worry about it. Hypothetical.
It's literally like a 20-30 minute fly.
Yeah.
It's a 20-30 minute attraction that costs $10,000. Like, that's ridiculous. Plus, you have to actually get to Moscow to do it. Anyway, climb Mount Everest, but I don't think I actually want to do that.
Nah, bro, that's a good podcast idea, actually, talking about that, because there's some horror stories from that.
Yeah.
And, like, you really have to face the music when you go there, because you're literally going past dead bodies and everything. Yeah, so that's crazy. That whole thing is crazy.
That would probably make me sick.
What about, like, bucket list holiday location? Like, what out of all the countries before you die, you just one you want to go to? Would it be Japan? Would it be something else? I feel like it'd be Japan, but you're thinking, so maybe it is something else.
I'm not sure. It's not an answer to that question.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll think of another one in a bit, but
yeah,
I just thought of a 5th one that I don't know why it just popped into my mind. I want to attend those Tokyo Drift car meets. They have one annually in Tokyo.
Yeah.
Inspired by the movie.
Oh,
in the same location.
Whoa.
I think.
That's
I'm
cool.
pretty sure that does happen. It's an annual thing.
That's sick.
So I want to attend one of those.
Oh, okay. That's awesome.
And for like dream holiday, maybe Hawaii. Or in like a village at the base of Mount Fuji in Japan.
Okay.
Or maybe the North Pole.
North Pole.
Or maybe Antarctica.
I know that, yeah, I get that. I was going to say it's Gold Shower, but then I realized...
Actually, somewhere near the North Pole.
Yeah.
Because I want to see the Northern Lights.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a good shower. Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say that North Pole was such a, like, obscure answer, but then I realized not everyone gets the opportunity to go. So that would be a pretty sick place to go. Because not that's very unique. Yeah. So that would be cool. All right. Happy to move on?
Yep.
So this next one is your final question. So hopefully it counts. It's a good question. What's your favorite food of all time? This is another thinker. It's hard, you know, because you got to choose.
I don't
one.
know if I can answer that. Oh, there's so many.
Why don't you start naming all your favorite foods, and then you kind of like pick one of those?
Bro, but like there's so many. If I just say my favorite food is pizza, but pizza from where? My favorite food is a burger. A burger from where? What type of burger? What type of pizza? Oh, there's so many branches to it.
Why don't I make the question a bit
so
more...
many subcategories.
Can I change the question a little bit for you? Make it a little bit more deep?
Yes, please.
You're stuck on a desert island. Every day for breakfast and dinner, you get one type of food. It replenishes. So you could say pizza and you get like different types of pizza, you know?
Yeah.
So it replenishes every breakfast and dinner time, but you're stuck with it for the rest of your life. What are you choosing?
Is it going to take a toll on my health?
No.
Okay, then pizza.
That was pretty easy, didn't it? Yeah. I feel like I made it too easy.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, because, I guess now that I'm thinking about it, there's really not a lot of foods that have a lot of variety apart from pizza. The only thing I can think of is like potato, because you can eat potato in so many different ways, but then you have to actually put an effort to make that.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Pizza's just easy.
Yeah, so maybe I should just try and answer the question the way.
If you can.
My favorite food of all time.
Pizza's definitely a part of those.
Probably proper Italian pizza or something. I don't know. Yeah.
What type of pizza? What's your favorite type of pizza?
Pepperoni.
Pepperoni.
Yeah.
Classic pepperoni.
Yeah.
Some cheese, some pepperoni.
Or maybe meat lovers. Meat lovers that has pepperoni on it.
Meat lovers are so nice. Meat lovers, if I'm not mistaken, is the one with the shredded salami and then sausage as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's so nice. Yeah. That is very nice.
Like, you know our local pizza place, the one near my house?
Yeah.
That place has meat lovers pizza that has salami. There's another type of meat on it. I totally forgot. It has tiny like minced meat and pepperoni.
Yeah.
It is the best pizza I've ever had.
Wow.
But no, it's not the best pizza. It's close to the best pizza I've ever had.
Yeah.
And the pizza's cheap. I love it. It's so good.
Have you ever had a calzone?
What's a calzone?
It's pizza, but it's a closed pizza. They fold it in half.
Okay. No.
Never heard of it? It's an Italian dish, like it's traditional.
Oh.
Yeah. I had my first ever calzone, went to a nice Italian place. Well, I think I'll be willing to give it another try somewhere else, but it's too much bread for me. The place that I went to, they had a very thick crust, so I feel like maybe, particularly over there, they don't have the best. Yeah. Because I feel like the crust was too much bread. Yeah, maybe somewhere else it might be nicer. Obviously, traditional food is always better in the actual country. Absolutely. So, obviously, inshallah, one day we can all go to Italy. You know, I'm sure everyone would want to go to Italy. It's a pretty good place. But yeah, anyway, What did you think of the podcast?
Those are some great questions.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting.
Except for like 2 of the questions where it's just one answer done.
Yeah, no, I might cut out some of those. We had some
those
of the...
one answer questions were funny.
Okay. Well, no, some of them were funny. Some of them were just a bit too bland. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how we go. But yeah, no, very different. This one.
Yeah.
Yeah, very different to the other ones.
What made it different?
I liked it because the Mirza and Kez they obviously didn't want to, I guess, take up too much time, so they just answered it like as quick as possible. But I like the fact that you took your time as well. Like I said before as well, I want everyone to interpret the questions in their own way. So it's good that. It's good that sorry, my cat is scratching at the door. It's good that you took your time with it, because I feel like it gave it a nice dimension, like a different podcast, because it's like you actually took it seriously. The other boys, I'm not saying you guys didn't take. I'm digging myself in a hole. But no, I liked it. I'm just saying it was different. I liked it. It was a good podcast. Hope you enjoyed it as well.
I enjoyed it.
And another thing is, it's I can't believe it took me 3 podcasts to realize this, but it's literally my first ever video that we've done like one-on-one.
Oh.
Like podcast wise.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really interesting that way as well. Same with Mirza, same with Kez. But yeah, anyway, we'll wrap it up. It's been about the same time that the other podcasts have been, so it's a good time to wrap up. And are you doing all right? You seem like you're...
No, my eyes are getting irritated because of the lights.
Oh, yeah, it's a good time to end it.
Yeah, it's actually
it's so sweaty in here as well.
It's not sweaty for me.
Really? I'm so hot, bro. I'm so hot. It's the lights and stuff. But yeah, before we end it, you wanted to ask Mirza a question. So
right.
What question?
I have not been thinking about this. Why did I even suggest it?
Don't worry. This is your last brain cells I'm taking from you. All right, this is the last one.
Why did I even suggest this? I'll be honest, I wasn't even feeling FOMO. I was just making a joke.
Oh, okay.
Mirza. You can cut out the silence right here because I'm still thinking.
I'm gonna keep it in. When I ask him the question, I'm gonna go, Mirza.
Oh my god, no, I've got the best question for him, bro.
Oh, what is it?
Why isn't the Alan Moffat RX-7 done yet?
But yeah, Aydin, thank you. Thank you for joining me. I can't wait.
Inviting me.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I can't wait for the next episode where we have all the boys together. But yeah, nothing else to be said. Just can't wait to be reunited.
Yeah.
It's gonna feel so good.
Mm-hmm.
That was the song.
That sounded a little fruity.
No, you know that song is like... You know what? Oh, don't worry about it. Fade to black.